Welcome back, Money Hunters. Police Scarlight in today's episode. We're revealing the 4 most valuable coins that collectors are paying huge prices for right now. These coins may look ordinary, but in rare condition, they can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Stay locked in, because one of these hidden treasures could be sitting in your pocket or coin jar at this very moment. Let's uncover the value and turn knowledge into real cash potential. Moneybag Fire. The 1977 Canadian 1-cent coin, issued by the holds a distinctive place in modern numismatics despite being a seemingly ordinary circulation piece. For collectors, its appeal lies not in precious metal content, but in condition rarity, subtle varieties, and its role within Canada's long-running small cent series. While not a true bicentennial coin in the Canadian context, the 1977 cent has become increasingly sought after in top grades, where pristine examples can command surprisingly strong premiums. Its affordability in lower grades combined with scarcity in elite condition makes it a fascinating entry point for both beginner and advanced collectors. Historically, the 1977 1-cent coin belongs to a period of high-volume coin production in Canada, reflecting a growing economy and expanding population. It was minted during the reign of whose portrait appeared on all Canadian coinage of the era. The coin was struck primarily at the Ottawa facility of the Royal Canadian Mint, before the full transition to Winnipeg for circulation coinage. This period also saw improvements in minting technology, resulting in sharper strikes, though maintaining flawless surfaces in mass production remain a challenge, contributing to the rarity of perfect specimens today. In terms of design, the 1977 Canadian cent features the iconic maple leaf twig reverse, designed by. The reverse displays 2 maple leaves attached to a single stem, symbolizing Canada's national identity and natural heritage. The obverse showcases a mature portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by, known for its elegant simplicity and widespread use across Commonwealth coinage. This combination of artistry gives the coin a timeless aesthetic that resonates with collectors. Technically, the coin is composed primarily of bronze, 95.5% copper, with small amount of tin and zinc, measuring 19.05 millimeters in diameter and weighing approximately 3.24 grams. Its warm reddish-brown tone, especially in uncirculated red, RD condition, is highly prized. Over time, exposure to air causes oxidation, shifting the color to red-brown, RB or fully brown BN, which significantly affects value. The brilliance of original mint luster is one of the defining characteristics that separate ordinary coins from premium collectible examples. Rarity in the 1977 cent does not stem from low mintage. Hundreds of millions were produced, but from condition scarcity. Coins graded at the highest levels, such as MS-66 or MS-67 by leading grading services, are extremely difficult to find due to contact marks, weak strikes, or environmental toning. Additionally, collectors actively search for minor varieties, including die cracks, off-center strikes, or double dies, which can elevate a common coin into a rare and valuable collectible. The market value of the 1977 Canadian 1-cent coin varies widely depending on condition. Circulated examples typically hold minimal value, often just a few cents above face value, though the coin is no longer in circulation since Canada discontinued the penny in 2012. However, uncirculated examples in MS-63, MS-65 condition can range from $2 to $15. At the highest grades, MS-66 and above, prices can climb to $50 to $150 or more, with exceptional specimens occasionally reaching higher levels in competitive auctions. Error coins or rare varieties may exceed these ranges significantly, depending on a uniqueness and demand. One of the most important drivers of value is certification by reputable grading organizations such as PCGS or NGC. Certified coins provide assurance of authenticity and condition, which is especially critical when dealing with high-grade modern coins, where small differences in quality can mean large differences in price. Population reports from these services also help collectors understand how rare a coin is at a given grade. For collectors seeking to acquire a high-quality 1977 cent, careful inspection is essential. Look for coins with full mint luster, minimal contact marks, and strong detail in both the Queen's portrait and the maple leaves. Coins stored in original mint rolls or sets often have a better chance of remaining in superior condition. It is also advisable to purchase from reputable dealers, established auction houses, or trusted online marketplaces with strong buyer protections. Proper storage plays a crucial role in preserving the coin's value. Because copper is highly reactive, collectors should store coins in climate-controlled environments using inert holders such as mylar flips or hard plastic capsules. Avoid handling coins with bare hands, as oils and moisture can accelerate toning or corrosion. Long-term preservation is particularly important for maintaining the desirable red designation that significantly enhances value. In conclusion, the 1977 Canadian 1-cent coin exemplifies how even modern, high-mintage coins can achieve notable value under the right conditions. Its historical ties to Canada's monetary system, elegant design, and the challenge of finding flawless examples contribute to its enduring appeal. While it may not be rare in the traditional sense, its scarcity in top grades and the excitement of discovering exceptional specimens ensure its place in contemporary numismatics. For collectors, it represents both an accessible starting point and a rewarding pursuit, with the potential for gradual appreciation as interest in high-grade modern coinage continues to grow. The 1981 Canada 1-cent coin, issued by the hold a unique place in modern numismatics, especially among collectors who appreciate subtle varieties and high-grade rarities. While it is not a bicentennial coin in the strict sense, its growing reputation stems from scarce high-grade specimens and unusual minting anomalies that have elevated certain examples into the realm of valuable collectibles. Today, the 1981 cent is increasingly sought after by enthusiasts who recognize that even relatively recent coins can achieve impressive market value under the right conditions. Historically, the 1981 penny was struck during a transitional period in Canadian coinage when production volumes were still high, but attention to detail and quality varied. This coin belongs to the long-running series that features on the obverse, reflecting Canada's constitutional ties to the British Crown. Produced primarily at the Ottawa facility of the Royal Canadian Mint, the 1981 issue does not commemorate a specific historical event, but represents a continuation of a classic design that had become iconic in Canadian everyday life. The obverse of the coin displays the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by, characterized by a mature and dignified depiction of the monarch. The reverse features a famous maple leaf twig design created by, a symbol deeply associated with Canadian identity. The coin is composed primarily of bronze-copper alloy, weighs approximately 3.24 grams, and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. While these specifications are standard, coins that exhibit exceptional strike quality, luster, and minimal contact marks stand out dramatically in higher grades. What makes certain 1981 1-cent coins particularly special are the subtle variations and occasional minting errors. These may include off-center strikes, die cracks, or slight differences in lettering sharpness. While none of these errors are widespread, their presence can significantly enhance desirability. Additionally, coins that display full red luster, often graded as red RD by professional services, are far rarer than their circulated brown counterparts, especially after decades of handling and oxidation. Rarity for the 1981 cent is not defined by low mintage, as millions are produced, but rather by survival in pristine condition. Coins graded MS 65 and above by respected organizations such as, or are significantly scarcer than typical circulated examples. In top-tier grades like MS67 Red, the coin becomes exceptionally difficult to find, with only a small population known to exist driving collector competition. The market value of the 1981 Canada 1-cent coin varies widely depending on condition and specific characteristics. Circulated examples generally hold minimal monetary value, often close to face value or slightly above. However, uncirculated coins in MS 63 to MS 65 condition can command prices ranging from $5 to $25. In higher grades such as MS 66 Red, values can rise to $50 to $150. The most exceptional specimens, particularly those graded MS 67 Red or featuring notable errors, have been known to reach $300 or more at auction, reflecting their scarcity and appeal. Several factors contribute to the coin's increasing value trajectory. The discontinuation of Canadian penny in 2012 has renewed interest in earlier issues, including the 1981 cent collectors now seek to complete date sets in the highest possible grades, creating demand for coins that were once overlooked. Additionally, the rising popularity of registry set competitions, where collectors aim to assemble the finest graded collections, has further boosted prices for top-condition examples. For collectors, identifying a valuable 1981 cent requires careful attention to detail. Look for coins with strong strike definition, especially in the maple leaves and the Queen's portrait. Original mint luster and a bright red color are key indicators of higher grade specimens. It is also advisable to seek coins that have been certified by reputable grading services, as authentication and grading significantly enhance both trust and resale value. Proper storage is essential to preserving the coin's condition and long-term value. Collectors should use acid-free holders or encapsulated slabs and avoid exposure to humidity, air, and contaminants that can cause toning or corrosion. When purchasing, consider reputable coin dealers, established auction houses, or trusted online numismatic platforms to ensure authenticity and fair pricing. In conclusion, the 1981 Canada 1 cent coin exemplifies how even modern circulation issues can become valuable under the right circumstances. Its historical connection to Canada's enduring coinage tradition, combined with its elegant design and the challenge of finding pristine examples, makes it a target for collectors. While not inherently rare in terms of mintage, its scarcity in top condition and the presence of collectible varieties elevate its status in today's market. For both, the 1984 Canadian 1 cent coin is not, strictly speaking, a bicentennial or United States issue, yet has carved out a meaningful niche in modern numismatics due to its transitional era significance and the growing interest in late 20th century circulation coins. Issued by this coin represents a period when everyday currency was still widely used in commerce, but was beginning to attract collector attention. While billions were minted, the highest grade and era variants of the 1984 cent have become surprisingly desirable, especially among specialists who appreciate subtle varieties and pristine preservation. Its appeal today lies less in age and more in condition rarity and the increasing difficulty of finding flawless examples. Historically, the 1984 cent sits within the long-running Canadian small cent series that began in 1937 with the introduction of the iconic maple leaf twig reverse. By 1984, Canada was experiencing economic shifts and inflationary pressures, yet the 1 cent coin remained a staple of daily transactions. The coin features a portrait of on the obverse, reflecting Canada's status as a constitutional monarchy. Produced primarily at the Ottawa facility of the Royal Canadian Mint, the 1984 issue does not commemorate a specific historical event, but represents continuity in Canadian coinage design during a period of modernization. From a design standpoint, the 1984 Canadian cent retains a classic aesthetic introduced decades earlier. The obverse bears Arnold Mackin's effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, while the reverse displays G. Kruger Gray's detailed maple leaf twig, an enduring national symbol. The coin is composed primarily of bronze-copper alloy, weighs approximately 2.8 grams, and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. While these specifications were standard, coins in exceptional condition exhibit sharp strike details, full luster, and rich reddish coloration, which significantly enhances their desirability among collectors. What makes the 1984 cent particularly interesting are subtle varieties and occasional minting anomalies. Though not widely publicized, collectors have identified minor die variations, off-center strikes, and rare examples with striking errors such as double dies or clipped planchets. These features, while uncommon, transform an otherwise ordinary coin into a sought-after collectible. In numismatics, such imperfections often increase value, especially when authenticated and preserved in high grades. Rarity in the 1984 Canadian cent is not about low mintage. Production exceeded hundreds of millions, but about condition scarcity. Coins graded at the highest levels, such as MS-66 or MS-67 read by professional grading services, are exceedingly difficult to locate. Most surviving examples have been circulated and exhibit where discoloration or spotting. As a result, Pristine specimens with full mint red surfaces command a strong premium in the collector market. The market value of the 1984 Canadian 1-cent coin varies dramatically depending on condition and rarity. Circulated examples are generally worth only face value or slightly above, typically under $1 Canadian. However, uncirculated coins in MS 63 to MS 65 condition can range from $5 to $25 Canadian. At the end, superb gem examples graded MS 66 red or higher may fetch between $100 and $300 Canadian, particularly if they exhibit exceptional eye appeal. Rare error coins or certified top population specimens can exceed these ranges, occasionally reaching several $100s in specialized auctions. Auction results and private sales indicate a gradual increase in interest for high-grade modern Canadian cents, including the 1984 issue. As the 1-cent coin was officially discontinued in Canada in 2012, demand for earlier dates has grown, especially among collectors seeking complete dating grade sets. This trend has contributed to steady, though not explosive, appreciation in value for top-tier examples. The coin's affordability at lower grades also makes it an accessible entry point for new collectors. For collectors seeking to acquire a valuable 1984 cent, careful evaluation is essential. Look for coins with strong luster, minimal contact marks, and a vibrant red color designation. Certification by reputable grading companies, such as PCGS or NGC, adds credibility and often enhances resale value. Storage is equally important. Coins should be kept in inert holders or capsules to prevent oxidation and environmental damage, which can quickly diminish their appeal. When purchasing, it is advisable to rely on established numismatic dealers, reputable auction houses, or trusted online platforms. Joining coin collecting communities or forums can also provide insights into identifying rare varieties and avoiding overpaying. Patience is key, as high-grade examples appear infrequently on the market, and prices can vary depending on timing and demand. In conclusion, the 1984 Canadian 1-cent coin exemplifies how even modern, high-mintage coins can achieve notable value under the right conditions. While not inherently rare in general circulation, its finest preserved examples and error varieties hold genuine appeal for collectors. Combining historical continuity, classic design, and condition-based scarcity, this coin occupies a unique position in numismatics. For both novice and experienced collectors, it offers an opportunity to explore the nuances of grading, preservation, and market dynamics, with a potential for modest but steady appreciation over time. The 1996 Canada 1-cent coin stands as a modest yet increasingly appreciated piece within modern numismatics, especially among collectors who specialize in late 20th century coinage. Struck by this coin may appear ordinary at first glance, but in exceptional conditions and rare varieties, it can command notable premiums. Its appeal lies not only in its affordability for beginners, but also in surprising scarcity of top-grade specimens. As lower denomination coins have been phased out in Canada, interest in earlier issues like the 1996 penny has grown, making it more desirable in today's collector market. From a historical standpoint, the 1996 1-cent coin belongs to the long-running Canadian penny series that dates back to the mid-19th century. Issued during the reign of, the coin reflects a period of economic stability and modernization in Canada. By the 1990s, pennies were still widely used in everyday transactions, though discussions about their practicality had already begun. The coin was minted in large quantities primarily at facilities in Winnipeg and Ottawa, serving as a routine but essential part of Canada's currency system during that time. The design of the 1996 Canadian penny maintains the classic imagery that collectors have come to recognize and appreciate. The obverse features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Dora de Pettery-Hunt, while the reverse displays the iconic maple leaf twig created by G. Kruger Gray. This imagery symbolizes Canada's natural heritage and national identity. The coin is composed primarily of copper-plated zinc, weighs approximately 2.25 grams, and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. While these specifications are standard, coins struck with exceptional clarity and luster stand out significantly in the collector's market. One of the defining aspects of the 1996 1-cent coin is the existence of subtle varieties and striking differences. While no major widely publicized era varieties dominate this issue, minor die variations, off-center strikes, and planchet flaws can occasionally be found. These anomalies, when authenticated, can elevate an otherwise common coin into a highly sought-after collectible. Additionally, coins with full red RD surfaces, indicating minimal oxidation, are especially prized by collectors seeking pristine examples. Rarity in the 1996 penny is not primarily due to low mintage, as millions were produced, but rather due to the scarcity of coins preserved in high mint state grades. Most examples entered circulation and experience wear, leaving very few in MS-66 or higher condition. Coins graded MS-67RD by professional services are particularly rare and can fetch impressive prices. This phenomenon, common coin, rare condition, is a key driver of its value in modern numismatics. In terms of market value, circulated 1996 Canadian pennies typically hold minimal monetary worth, often valued at just a few cents to $1, depending on condition. However, uncirculated examples can range from $5 to $20, while high-grade certified coins, MS-66RD or higher, may reach $50 to $150 or more. Exceptional specimens with superb luster, strike quality, and color can occasionally exceed these estimates at auction, particularly if demand is strong among registry set collectors. The growing interest in discontinued coin denominations has also contributed to the rising appeal of the 1996 penny. Since Canada officially eliminated the 1-cent coin in 2012, earlier issues have gained nostalgic and collectible value. This trend has encouraged collectors to revisit late-date pennies, including those from the 1990s, and to seek out the finest available examples for their collections. For collectors, identifying a valuable 1996 penny requires careful attention to detail. Key factors include the coin's color designation, red, red-brown, or brown, strike sharpness, and the absence of surface marks. Professional grading by reputable services, such as PCGS or NGC, is highly recommended, as certified coins tend to command higher prices and offer greater assurance of authenticity and quality. Examining coins under proper lighting and magnification can also help reveal subtle features that impact value. Proper storage is essential for maintaining the coin's condition and preserving its value. Collectors should use acid-free holders, coin capsules, or certified slabs to protect against environmental damage. Avoiding exposure to humidity, air pollutants, and direct handling will help preserve the coin's original luster and color. For those actively building a collection, purchasing from reputable dealers, auctions, or numismatic shows can ensure authenticity and fair pricing. In conclusion, the 1996 Canada 1-cent coin exemplifies how even modern, seemingly common coins can hold significant value under the right conditions. Its historical context, classic design, and the challenge of finding high-grade examples make it an addition to any collection. While it may not rival the rarity of earlier Canadian issues, its growing demand and potential for appreciation, the 2001 Canadian 1-cent coin, issued by the is often overlooked in everyday circulation. Yet in the world of numismatics, certain high-grade and rare varieties of this modest coin have achieved notable recognition and value. While it is not a bicentennial issue nor a United States coin, exceptional examples, particularly those with striking errors or in pristine mint condition, have become highly desirable among collectors. Its appeal lies in the contrast between its humble face value and the surprising premiums that rare specimens can command in today's market. Historically, the 2001 1-cent coin belongs to the long-running Canadian penny series that spanned from 1858 until its eventual discontinuation in 2012. Minted by the Royal Canadian Mint, the coin reflects a period when pennies were still essential to everyday commerce. By 2001, however, the gradual decline in purchasing power had already begun to diminish its practical use. The coin features the effigy of, symbolizing Canada's constitutional monarchy and continuity within the Commonwealth. The design of the 2001 penny remains faithful to tradition. The obverse displays a mature portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dore de Pétillon, capturing a dignified and timeless likeness. The reverse showcases the iconic maple leaf twig, a national emblem of Canada, designed by G. Kruger Gray. Composed primarily of copper-plated zinc, the coin measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter and weighs approximately 2.35 grams. While common in circulation, coins with sharp strikes, full luster, and minimal contact marks stand out as exceptional. What makes the 2001 1-cent coin particularly intriguing to collectors are the subtle varieties and minting anomalies that occasionally appear. These include off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, and plating errors. Such variations are rare, but can significantly elevate the coin's desirability. Additionally, coins preserved in near-perfect mint state, MS 66 or higher, are scarce, as most pennies were heavily circulated, making pristine examples difficult to find. Rarity in the 2001 penny is less about low mintage, since millions were produced, and more about condition and anomalies. High-grade coins with original red luster, designated as RD by grading services, are especially prized. Over time, copper coins tend to tone or darken, so retaining that original bright red appearance is uncommon. This scarcity in top condition contributes directly to increased collector demand. In terms of market value, the vast majority of 2001 Canadian pennies remain worth only face value or slightly above. However, exceptional examples tell a different story. Coins graded MS-65 red may fetch between $5 and $20, while MS-67 red specimens can command $100 or more depending on eye appeal. Error coins, especially dramatic ones like double strikes or major off-center errors, can reach $200 to $500 or higher at auction, depending on rarity and collector interest. Market trends for modern Canadian pennies have shown steady growth, particularly since the denomination was discontinued. Collectors are increasingly drawn to completing date sets in high grades, and as supply diminishes, prices for top-tier examples continue to rise. The 2001 issue, while not inherently rare, benefits from this broader trend, especially when paired with exceptional quality or unique mint errors. For collectors, acquiring a valuable 2001 penny requires careful attention to detail. Look for coins with strong luster, minimal abrasions, and full strike details. Certification by reputable grading services, such as PCGS or NGC, is highly recommended, as it ensures authenticity and provides an objective assessment of condition. Avoid cleaned or altered coins, as these significantly reduce value. Proper storage is equally important. Copper coins are sensitive to environmental factors, such as humidity and air exposure. Storing coins in airtight holders or albums designed for long-term preservation helps maintain their condition and color. Collectors should also consider purchasing from reputable dealers or established auction platforms to ensure quality and authenticity. In conclusion, the 2001 Canadian 1-cent coin exemplifies how even modern, seemingly ordinary coins can hold significant numismatic value under the right circumstances. Its historical context, classic design, and potential for rare high-grade or error varieties make it an addition to any collection. While not inherently rare, its true worth emerges in exceptional condition, offering both aesthetic appreciation and investment potential for dedicated collectors. The so-called ultra-rare Bicentennial Canada 1-cent 2008 coin occupies an unusual and often misunderstood place in numismatic discussions, particularly among newer collectors. To begin with, it is important to clarify that this coin is neither a United States issue nor a bicentennial commemorative. Instead, it is a standard Canadian circulation coin produced by the. Despite this, certain high-grade examples and rare error varieties from 2008 have attracted attention and, in some cases, notable premiums in the collector market. Its appeal lies less in official rarity and more in condition scarcity and niche collecting demand. From a historical standpoint, the 2008 Canadian 1-cent coin belongs to the final era of large-scale penny production in Canada. By this time, the coin had already begun to lose its practical purchasing power, and discussions about eliminating the denomination were gaining traction. The series itself dates back to 1858, making it one of the longest-running coin types in Canadian history. Coins from 2008 were struck in Winnipeg, the primary facility of the Royal Canadian Mint, during a transitional period when modern minting technologies were being fully implemented, including multi-ply plated steel compositions. In terms of design, The 2008 1-cent coin maintains the classic imagery that had become iconic in Canadian coinage. The obverse features the effigy of, designed by Susanna Blunt, presenting a mature and realistic portrait that differs from earlier crown depictions. The reverse showcases a famous maple leaf twig designed by G. Krugergray, symbolizing Canada's natural heritage. The coin is composed of copper-plated steel, measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, and weighs approximately 2.35 grams. While common in appearance, sharply struck examples with full luster can be surprisingly difficult to locate. What makes certain 2008 pennies stand out are subtle variations and minting anomalies. These include die cracks, off-center strikes, plating defects, and double dies, errors that occur during the minting process. While most 2008 cents are extremely common, coins exhibiting dramatic and clearly visible errors can command significant interest. In addition, coins preserved in near-perfect mint state grades, MS-66 or higher, are far rarer than their original mintage figures might suggest due to heavy circulation and poor handling of low-denomination coins. Rarity, therefore, is not based on low production numbers. Millions of 2008 pennies were minted, but rather on conditional rarity and error scarcity. The vast majority of these coins entered circulation and suffered wear, making pristine examples elusive. Certified high-grade coins graded by services like or often stand out as condition rarities. Coins graded MS-67 or above are exceptionally scarce and highly sought after by registry collectors. Market value for the 2008 Canadian 1-cent coin varies widely depending on condition and uniqueness. Circulated examples typically hold only face value or slightly above. However, uncirculated coins in MS-63 to MS-65 condition may sell for a modest premium, often between $2 and $10. In contrast, superb gem examples graded MS-66 or MS-67 can command prices ranging from $50 to $200 or more, depending on eye appeal and certification. Exceptional error coins, especially those with dramatic visual impact, have been known to reach several $100s in specialized auctions. One of the key drivers of value is the growing interest in last-era coinage. Although Canada officially discontinued the penny in 2012, coins in the late 2000s, including 2008, are increasingly collected as part of the denomination's final chapter. This trend has elevated demand for high-quality specimens and complete date sets, especially among Canadian collectors and international enthusiasts who appreciate modern minting variations. For collectors, acquiring a valuable 2008 penny requires attention to detail. Look for coins with strong strike quality, full red luster, often described as RD in grading, and minimal contact marks. Certification by PCGS or NGC is highly recommended for high-value pieces, as it ensures authenticity and provides a standardized grade. When searching for error coins, magnification tools can help identify subtle anomalies that may otherwise go unnoticed. Proper storage is equally important in preserving value. Copper-plated coins are susceptible to oxidation and discoloration, so storing them in airtight holders or certified slabs is essential. Avoid handling coins with bare hands, as oils and moisture can degrade their surfaces over time. Building relationships with reputable coin dealers and participating in numismatic forums or auctions can also increase your chances of finding premium examples. In conclusion, while the 2008 Canadian 1-cent coin is not inherently rare in the traditional sense, its highest grade examples and error varieties occupy a valuable niche within modern numismatics. Its connection to the final years of Canadian penny production, combined with condition scarcity and collector interest, gives it lasting appeal. For both novice and experienced collectors, this coin represents an accessible yet potentially rewarding addition to a well-curated collection, with steady, if modest, prospects for future appreciation. The 2009 Canadian 1-cent coin stands as a fascinating and often misunderstood piece in modern numismatics, especially when framed as an ultra-rare collectible in certain high-grade or error varieties. While not officially tied to a bicentennial event in the United States, its appeal has grown among collectors who seek transitional era coins and late-issue pennies from Canada. Struck by this coin represents one of the final chapters in Canada's long-running 1-cent series, making it increasingly desirable as the denomination itself was discontinued just a few years later. Its rising demand is driven not by age alone, but by scarcity in pristine condition and the presence of unusual minting anomalies. Historically, the 2009 1-cent coin was produced during a time when Canada was beginning to reconsider the practicality of its lowest denomination. Rising production costs and declining purchasing power meant that the penny was nearing the end of its circulation life, which officially concluded in 2012. As part of the broader Canadian 1-cent series that dates back to 1858, the 2009 issue holds significance as one of the last regularly circulating pennies. Though it does not commemorate a specific national event, its proximity to the denomination's abolition adds a layer of historical importance. Coins were minted primarily in Winnipeg, the home of the Royal Canadian Mint's primary production facility. In terms of design, the 2009 Canadian penny maintains a classic imagery that collectors instantly recognize. The obverse features the effigy of, designed by Susanna Blunt, portraying the monarch without a crown, a stylistic shift introduced in 2003. The reverse displays the iconic maple leaf twig, designed by G. Kruger Gray, symbolizing Canada's national identity. The coin is composed primarily of steel plated with copper, reflecting a material transition that began in earlier years to reduce costs. It weighs approximately 2.35 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, with a smooth edge. While the design itself is not unique to 2009, coins in flawless condition exhibit a bright luster and sharp strike that enhance their visual appeal. What makes certain 2009 pennies particularly special are the subtle variations and minting errors that can occur. These include off-center strikes, double dies, plating defects, and die cracks. While the majority of coins were mass-produced and circulated widely, a small fraction escaped into the collector market with these anomalies intact. Additionally, coins graded at the highest levels, such as MS-67 or higher, are exceptionally rare due to the soft plating and high likelihood of contact marks during circulation. These top-edition coins are where the term ultra-rare begins to apply in a realistic numismatic sense. Rarity is not determined solely by mintage figures, which for 2009 were still in the hundreds of millions, but rather by survivability in premium condition. Most 2009 pennies were heavily used in everyday transactions, leading to wear, scratches, and discoloration. As a result, uncirculated examples, especially those preserved in mint sets or rolls, are far less common. Coins that have been professionally graded and encapsulated by services like PCGS or NGC are particularly valued, as they provide assurance of authenticity and condition. Two critical factors in determining rarity. The market value of a 2009 Canadian 1-cent coin varies widely depending on its condition and any unique features it may possess. Circulated examples typically hold minimal value, often just a few cents to $1. However, uncirculated coins in MS-65 condition can fetch between $5 and $20. High-grade specimens graded MS-67 or above may command prices ranging from $100 to $300, especially if they exhibit exceptional eye appeal. Error coins can significantly exceed these ranges, with some rare varieties selling for several $100s or more at auction, depending on the nature and visibility of the error. Collectors are particularly drawn to this coin because it represents the end of an era. As one of the final issues before the discontinuation of the Canadian penny, it holds both nostalgic and historical value. The combination of familiar design, modern minting techniques, and a looming end of the denomination creates a unique collecting opportunity. Additionally, the relatively low cost of entry for most examples makes it accessible to beginner collectors, while a hunt for high-grade or error coins provides a challenge for more experienced numismatists. For those interested in acquiring a valuable 2009 penny, attention to detail is essential. Look for coins with full red luster, designated as RD in grading terms, minimal contact marks, and strong strike definition. Avoid coins with visible wear or discoloration unless they exhibit a notable error. Purchasing from reputable dealers or auction houses is recommended, and collectors should consider investing in coins that have been certified by recognized grading services. Proper storage, such as using acid-free holders and maintaining a stable environment, will help preserve the coin's condition over time. Another important tip is to stay informed about market trends and recent auction results. While the 2009 penny is not inherently rare in general circulation, its value can fluctuate based on collector interest and the discovery of new varieties. Aiding in numismatic forums, attending coin shows, and subscribing to industry publications can provide valuable insights and opportunities. Building relationships within the collecting community can also lead to access to better quality specimens and trustworthy sources. In conclusion, the 2009 Canadian 1-cent coin may not be a traditional, ultra-rare coin in classic sense, but hold a unique and growing place in modern numismatics. Its significance lies in its timing, design continuity, and the potential for high-grade and error-based rarity. For collectors, it offers a blend of historical context, aesthetic familiarity, and investment potential. As interest in discontinued coinage continues to rise, the 2009 penny stands poised to remain a sought-after piece among those who appreciate the subtle complexities of modern coin collecting.